Hiya, it's Joeyreynolds with the Reynolds Rap. My daughter's expecting a baby any minute now, a baby girl, and she doesn't have a name. Wants to know what would be a good name, asking me. And the names I recommend, they're over the hill. They're dumb. We don't call anybody Betty anymore. We don't call them Margie. We don't use those names. We use different names now. We have a definite African-American influence on our culture. So the father's name is Dwayne, and I think the girl ought to be called Dwaynetta. That sounds like it belongs in the Urban Dictionary. But we don't use a lot of words like we used to use in the past. Some we still use. In my vocabulary, mother is half a word. But we use a lot of words from the past in our age demographics, you know. And they don't count anymore because the world's changed. I mean, some of the words that used to use hip, we're too hip. They don't call it hip. It used to be hip at one time. They use the word keister. We don't use the word keister anymore. Schvatza. We don't use that anymore. But the newer words are wrap your head around it. I got your back. How about cool, man? And then the famous one that's used all the time now is whatever. That's the one that's the closer on every conversation with kids. So the words are different right now. The music remains the same, but the words are different. We got another society, and it's kind of clammy, but we all have, see, clammy. They don't use that word anymore. They use, what do they use? They don't say grimy or clammy. They say scummy. And, well, a lot of other words that are 7 you can't use on the air. George Carlin had those 7 words. I guess I use hamburger helper because I got about 12 of those words that you're not supposed to use on the air. But he was the one who was a comic who used those words, and the FCC found them illegal. No, you got a fine if you use any one of these 7 words. And that's all you see when you go to the movies anyway now, and all the films, everybody's trying to be too hip, or hip, I mean. So words are very important. They communicate. They give us some sort of a presence. Thank God you can say LOL on when you're texting. You know, lots of laughs. Or is it laugh out loud? Is that what it is? And what else is there's all these things, you know, they're codes. There's a secret handshake. Society's always changing, and people want to have exclusivity. And they find their own way. They have their own cultures, you know, depending on your nationality, where you're from, what religion you are. Whoever thought of the word ISIS? I never thought of that. I wouldn't have thought of that at all. What does that name mean? I never heard of it in my entire life until we got mad at them. That's when you learn a word, is when you're at war with somebody. Of course, we're at war with everybody. I don't know how we made peace with 2 countries this week, and we started a war with 3 others. I guess we're going to even it out somewhere along the line. Did I get off the subject of words? Yeah, ISIS. That's right. Well, I gotta go now. I have to go put on my audio tapes. Of course, nobody has those anymore. I have to download my thesaurus. What's that name? Is that the name of a Greek god? Thesaurus. It's a Reynolds Rap.